What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Hunter x Hunter chapter 381. I think I should be. I know I had a lot of you tell me should be on official chapters. I remember a lot of people told me 380, 380. I thought everybody meant after 380, but it actually started on 380. So I think I've had 3 people send me this. I also had a bunch of people send me different links to websites and stuff, but I have a Google Doc drive um, that I got from a couple people saying that these were the official translation, transcripts, whatever you want to call it. So you guys let me know if I'm reading anything that's incorrect or this isn't it. Um, just let me know again and we'll switch to whatever we need to, but I think this should be good to go. So we have exactly 10 chapters left. I've been told that, everything up to this point has been great. The Hisoka versus Crollo stuff was great and getting introduced to, all the new people, all that's been great. But that the these next 10 chapters are like prime Hunter x Hunter, and I had a good 5 to 10 people tell me these next 10 chapters is their favorite portion slash arc of all of Hunter x Hunter. Better than, the Hunter exam, Greed Island, York New City, Chimera, all that stuff. So I'm ready for it. We've gotten introduced to a lot of people, trying to remember all the names and who's aligned with what group and X, Y, and Z. But we'll try to stay on it and keep up with it. Since this is a Google Doc, I have to skip through it with my mouse. So if I accidentally, you guys see how it like zooms in and zooms out. I'm going to be trying to reset it as we go, but it should be good. We'll play around with it, and we'll go from there. I think that's it. Um, Patreon members, if you guys are seeing this, check out the Avatar video, Avatar Attack on Titan video that we posted yesterday. Our little season 4 study guide prep that we posted. Right now, I think by the time everybody sees this video, I have audio and visual in that video, and it seems to be fine. Fingers crossed. We'll see if we can keep it that way. I'm not even going to attempt to try it with Death Note or Avatar because I can't even get away with damn near invisible with that. So, but maybe the next things we try, like when My Hero comes back around or Demon Slayer, we'll try that as well. We'll just see how it goes. I know it's a slippery game, but that's kind of the price you pay when you do reactions to things, especially animes and TV shows. It's not your material, and if you get away with it, good for you, and if you don't, you don't. But we'll play around with it and see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get on it. We left off with, I mean, I love Illumi as a character. He's been one of my favorites since we got introduced to him in the original Hunter exam arc, but the man cannot be trusted, and I'd be really disappointed if the Phantom Troop falls apart because of Illumi's backstabbing betrayal. If they're going to fall apart, let Hisoka have to do it. Not because, Illumi infiltrated and slowly started plucking them off one by one. So by the time they did find Hisoka, there's only like 2 or 3 of them left. But even Kaluto looked a little shocked, like, Illumi, what are you doing? Like, why would you say and do what you're doing? So we'll see how that plays out. All right, Tier 3 Central Police Station. Oh yeah, and then we caught up with one of the girl over here trying to figure out her doors and stuff. It's confirmed the 11th prince isn't in room 1011. So this is who we're looking for then. Alright, let me scroll. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get used to scrolling and moving with this. We're checking the surveillance footage from the passageways. It's hard to think the Royal Army is faking this. I don't think she used the existing corridors. Ah, so it's with her doors, and she just popped up. 11th Prince Fugetsu. Will you tell us how and why you came to Tier 3? I'll only talk to 10th Prince Kacho. She hasn't stopped to consider that she might be charged with conspiracy. She's still a child. We're currently negotiating with Tier 1, but contact between princes outside of the banquet will likely not be permitted. Anything you say here will be kept confidential. We're not in a position to uphold the battle for succession. We want to help you, Prince Fugetsu, and Prince Kacho. It's no use. Are we recording? Everything good to go? Oh yeah, cool. Let me zoom back in. Oh wow, she lost her. Hello? Just a moment. Melody, it's for you. Oh, hello? Yes? Okay. Oh no, so Prince Fugetsu's Nen Beast did have a translocation ability. I didn't want anyone to find out, not until we executed the plan. What should I do? Here are Misa's instructions as of 144. There are oddities in the behavior of Prince Kacho and Fugetsu. We must take precautions. It's likely they're plotting to escape somehow. We know that they are, though. So it isn't her ability. It's her Nen Beast ability. How is she... Because I was almost sure she wouldn't be able to, play with it or, hypothesize and trial and error with it because it wasn't in her control. So um, how is she willingly, like, making a door appear here and appear, like the Nen Beast is working per her almost commands, almost. Huh. It's a key. Was this supposed to be blank like this, guys? Yikes. I don't know if this is supposed to be blank. This is what I was sent. I feel like there should be dialogue here. Awkward. This is what I have, so we're going with it. Is it a key part of your duty to prevent that? Continue assessing keenly. Okay. Do I need to repeat anything? No, I've got it. I feel like there should be text here. I apologize, guys, that it's not. This is just what I was sent. Multiple people sent me this Google Doc, so I'm not quite sure why there wouldn't be, but there almost seems like there should be information here. Even so, I have no choice but to do it. Kachin and I truly are two parts of a whole. I create the door of travel, then once I step out, the door of return appears. But the door of return can only be opened by Kachin. So I create the door of travel, so she's saying she does. Once she steps out, the door of return appears. What does she mean, step out? But on the other hand, once the door is closed all the way, the door of return can take us to an entirely different place. That was our world travel game. We've arrived at blank. It's what we always used to play and how we always used to play it. Gotchin was so kind, she always let me have my way and did what I wanted. Oh, so did they actually meet up with the prince here? The other girl? I don't think so. That looks like it might be her mom. I create the door of travel, and once I step out... What do you mean step out? Because wouldn't you step in? The door of return appears. When she means once I step out, does she mean once she steps out of like the real world into the door, then the return door appears? But the door of return can only be opened by Kachin. Somebody out there smarter than me will explain this. You will be assigned an escort for 72 hours, but you won't be arrested, and you'll be free to go to the banquet on Sunday. I'm sorry I won't sneak out again. A meeting with Prince Kacho will be difficult. I understand. I'll spend the rest of the time practicing for the performance. So she's got to alert Kacho. Does Kacho know about this yet? I feel like I'm missing text. Thank you for listening. Bravo, that was wonderful. I was enthralled. Quite unexpected. Such a hopeful interpretation of Heil's Requiem. So we'll get to hear this again on Sunday. I'll have a more appropriate piece for the banquet. I'll make sure to be there and arrange for the ship-wide broadcast. If we weren't on the job, I'd want an encore too. I'm flattered. Should I make up a reason to continue watching her? We're an independent judicial branch. We may be able to protect her until we land. Thank you, but it might invite scrutiny. I don't want to attract attention. That's true. Call me if anything happens anytime. I can't. It would leave a log of the call. Yeah. If there's a petition, if there's a petition for disclosure, calls won't be confidential anymore. Just say something's wrong with the prince. We'll come as a group to watch her. I'd like to be of use to you and the prince. I mean, he seems interested in protecting, but can we really trust it? Who really knows? I learned today that words can have a very powerful effect on people. Change people, and you can change the world. I'd like to at least make an effort. Who knows? The king might change his mind. I feel like I just have to do something. An unusual heartbeat. So does that mean he's lying, or he really feels passionate about what he's saying? A gentle, quiet tune, unperturbed, contrary to his words. Call me. The on-the-job heartbeat of people who suppress their emotions. This one is in a league of his own. I can't rule out the possibility that he's being manipulated. Interesting. Yep, can't trust him. But really, the act of making a pass at me is suspicious in itself. The plot is thickening faster than I expected. I mustn't get careless. Please, there's 76 hours until the banquet. Let there be more contingencies. Okay, we're back with a different... Yeah, okay, so we're back with the gluttonous lecher dude. I was thinking, they say great men are great lovers. Being as viral as 8th Prince Sale is good, right? There it is. First Prince Benjamin is the closest to the king, of course. But Prince Sale's disposition is more fit to be king. As expected, his perspective towards Sal has changed. He's been yeah, you can see... What was his again? Like anybody that he's around or can have an influence on, the gas, not the gas, but whatever this is giving off will make them I think it was be infatuated with him, praise him, that type of thing. And I forget what our guy's name over here is, but he was saying he's got like an instant death strike kill attack that if he could only get 1 second to do it, he'd be able to make it happen. It's been about 70 hours since he started inhaling the smoke. More time is necessary to manipulate the emotions of those who have no initial affection. I'm ready to activate. The target is Sale's guardian spirit beast, a diffusion induction type manipulator. Keep breathing the smoke exhaled by the Nen beast, and a miniature version appears above your head. The smoke is effective up to a radius of 7 meters. The more goodwill you feel towards Sale to begin with, the faster the mini beast appears. Okay, so is there any way to not be affected by this other than, you know, not breathing in the smoke? And there's got to be, so if it is as far as continuously breathing in the smoke, is there an amount that triggers this this cascade of events, or can you cut it off at some point? If you've got to inhale, let's just say 10 is the amount, and you've stayed by the smoke long enough to inhale 6, 7 out of that 10, can you remove yourself and it not take over? If you come back around him, will it still stay at the number you previously inhaled? Or... And the more goodwill you felt towards him beforehand is the faster the mini beast appeared. For those already close to him with maximum loyalty, it takes 8 hours. For neutral parties, it takes 70. Sheesh, imagine being... That's so hard for neutral parties, because imagine being around him for that amount of time. Other than situations like this, being stuck on a boat in a room, when would you really get the chance to have somebody around you that long? The duplicates also emit smoke, which is effective for a radius of 2 meters. That's the upper limit for having a face-to-face conversation. In short, Sal's Nen Beast manipulates goodwill with a smoke-like aura. It could ultimately command the hearts of an entire country. It takes time, but once successful, the approval rate will be 100%, the world's securest dictatorship. But that's only if political opponents are all moronic pushovers with no strategy. Come forth, predator. Okay. Ingenious. A warm heart. And then here's his predator. But it's got a sense that all the Nen beasts do. Here's the thing. I don't, and this hasn't gotten answered yet. Can the Nen beast switch to like Terminator T11, T1800, whatever it's called, sentry gun mode, if they feel their princes are in danger? We've seen that they all have these varying abilities. Some made for straight up protection combat, others like this, not so much. If people busted up in this rooms with machine guns, came charging at this prince, and all his Nen Beast is able to do is, emit this gas, be around him for somewhere between 8 if you're loyal, 70 if you're neutral hours. The Nen Beast offers no protection better than if you had a little 5-year-old with a knife protecting him. It's offering nothing. So my question is, can, regardless of the different Nen Beast abilities, what that specific beast can do, can they all go on the defensive or go on the attack to protect their prince if they were presented with a situation that might pose them in their death? Or are all the Nen Beast R's what that specific ability that they do is? Which leaves some others clearly at a huge disadvantage compared to some of the others. This is going to offer you nothing as far as offense or defense goes. Same with some of the other ones. So I'm curious, if all else fails, can they still just be a being of Nen that can attack and defend, or what they are on face value is what they are? That some got a lot luckier than others given the situation. But like you said, this is a great for like political dictator type thing. If he can get to that point, that's a long way away. For the now, though, he might need a little bit more, but we'll see. So this guy released his predator. Let's see what that is. Holy shit. Is this it? Good God. Popular with the ladies. I wish I could be like that. Right? What the hell? Oh, he zapped it. He took it. What was I talking about? Oh, he doesn't even remember. So does he have some kind of, Jesus Christ. Does he have some kind of, exorcist ability that he can get rid of, Nen? And it's, um, this other guard that's with him, does he have an H on his chest? I can't tell. So is he not another hunter? Has he not been seeing, or is he not an Nen user? Has he not been seeing what's going on in this room and seeing some of the other Nen beast and think, I want to make sure like whatever that beast is emitting off doesn't happen to me? Maybe, maybe not. Holy shit. Is he gonna try to take the whole thing? No shot. No shot. Relying on your mother for everything, your Nen beast was created from your nature, smeared in cardinal desires. You are powerless against your natural enemy. There's no shot this is gonna work, right? This is a dope shot, though, by the way. But there's no way this is gonna work, right? Well, my question's gonna be answered right here. The prince is threatened. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if this Nen exorcist thing is going after the spirit beast or going after the prince. And I've asked this question for a while. Are the Nen beasts something you can physically take out and defeat? Or are they in their own kind of untouchable realm? Even though we can see them, can they themselves be attacked? If a bunch of bodyguards and hunters wanted to go around and kill just specifically the Nen beast, not even the princes, just the beast, just to remove that chess piece off the board, could you physically attack the Nen beast, kill, defeat, erase them? Or is that something you can't really fight? And the only way to kill them or to get rid of the spirit beast is to kill the prince itself. Let's find out. Oh shit. He did it. Well, we'll see if he doesn't spit this thing back out. What? He did it. Huh? Why am I so pro Prince Sal? Weird. Mission complete. Dude, what the hell was that? So, is his Nen Beast completely, like, gone? That's it? This thing isn't gonna, like, explode from the inside and it's gonna be shown to us that that wasn't? I mean, shouts out to this guy here. I mean, what's wild is there's such a vast world out there of Nen users that we haven't seen. And it's so wild that like somebody's combat ability could be nothing, but put them in the right situation, they could be the most broken person in the room. I mean, if what they're showing, the man just took out an entire Nen beast by himself in the blink of an eye. Huh, we'll see. We'll see what this turns out to be if it was really that easy. Okay, let's read what this is. After my predator finishes its job, I cannot use any Nen for 48 hours. Whew, that's a big trade-off. I've disposed of the eighth prince Nen Beast. Request to be subbed out. Roger, we'll send him over. When he gets there, you may transfer to room 1011. Roger, Yushio's ability is the most suited for assassination among the 14 of us. On this ship, now that he's without his guardian spirit beast, it will be easy to kill the prince. I have a report. Prince Fugetsu's Nen Beast is hypnotized to be hypothesized to be translocation. This has been all but confirmed by the Royal Army. Yushio, if you give it all away like that, my ability gets neutralized. But it's possible she becomes invisible or otherwise undetectable. She may be a child, but you must be on your guard. My man really out here disposed of a Nen Beast. Has he achieved the greatest feat so far on the ship? I'd say he has. And I guess that kind of answered my question. I mean, I don't know why I'm sitting here waiting like when I flick to the next panel, his little exorcist beast is going to explode and the Nen Beast is just going to still be sitting there. But from what I've been showed so far, and from what he said, I've disposed of the 8th Prince Nen Beast. And when he does that, I guess he's unable to use Nen for 48 hours. So he's a Nen exorcist, pretty much. I forgot the specifics and the details on his things, but judging by this quote, my memory's getting a little bit jogged. I think he can... So can he remove somebody's Nen completely from them, making them unable to use Nen? Or he can remove a specific ability, but how would this work on like a specific person? Like he's saying right here, if you give away all that information, my ability gets neutralized. I'm trying to remember what his specifically was. I think it was if he's able to detect, and just by him though, he can't have any outside influences. If he's able to detect and figure out somebody's Nen ability, he can get rid of it. And I'm guessing get rid of it forever. So put him in front of Hisoka or Kurapika, for example. And if he didn't know what Hisoka's ability was, he just saw Hisoka using bungee gum, texture surprise, all this type of shit, and was able to pinpoint, oh, it has the properties of blank and blank, he can do blank and blank with it. Like he's deducting all this information. Could he then just completely get rid of somebody's Nen forever? Like, completely done. Or just gets rid of a specific ability. I don't know if he's wiping away the ability to use Nen altogether, or getting rid of a specific ability. And I'm guessing that person would never get that back, because here he's attacking basically a ball of Nen. Like a beast itself. It has nothing to do with like the actual person. We don't even know if that prince actually knows how to use Nen. But say he's using his Nen exorcist ability against an actual, like a person. How does that work? He can get rid of just one specific ability. can he turn them into gone for the rest of their life and they can never use Nen again? I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep going. You've escaped death for now, Prince Fugetsu. But now that we know it's a harmless ability, the assassins will come flooding in. How to get away with murder is terminated once the target moves more than 20 meters away from me. How to get away with murder is terminated once the target moves 20 meters away from me. I refrained from using N out of concern for conflict with others' abilities. It backfired because I couldn't notice that the prince had escaped. No, I should consider myself lucky that nobody realized that my stinger ball was on Prince Fugetsu. So he's got a little tracking thing. That's what was flying around. The existence of Nen has become public in Tier 1, and my ability is no longer as versatile. Yeah, so everybody's going to be on the lookout and probably... So I'm guessing he has some kind of tracker that I guess can't be seen to those that don't use Nen. Is it just kind of like a Gyo thing? If it's activated, you could see it buzzing around. The guard's testimonies that I haven't touched Prince Fugetsu could even become a clue to narrow down my ability. That Karapika has sure stirred up the pot. People are bound to react if they hear a buzzing by their ear. This can be used by a simple way to detect Nen users. Who knows if anyone else like Tufty is guarding which prince. If the stinger ball is found and removed from the target, it will never work on that same target again. Using it on someone who's not a Nen user is simpler, but it takes much longer to take effect. The stinger ball needs to go unnoticed while I remain close by for the long incubation period. So he's got to set it on somebody, stay within 20 meters of them while it's incubating, and then it could become basically an active like police wire device? Huh. Huh. And I love taking my time. Yusoshi? Switch with Raihan. Sal's Nen Beast was eliminated. Roger. Though, not as much as the moment my target dies. The alarm has been cancelled. The stowaway has been arrested. The lockdown order has been lifted. You are free to move about the ship. They caught old, Nove Jr. boy? The alarm has been cancelled. The stowaway has been arrested? Or did he let himself get arrested? 5th day, Thursday, 8 p.m. 104 hours since leaving the port. 72 more hours until the banquet. Okay. Alright, so we got a decent amount there. So basically we saw the removal of a spear beast. So that, I mean, that's some pretty that's some pretty big progression we got there, and that's really wild. I had that conversation right before we saw it happen. Some of these Nen Beast abilities are better suited in certain situations, just like anybody with Nen is. Some people's Nen abilities are better used for hand-to-hand combat, some better are used for infiltration and espionage. Other abilities are better used to exercise Nen off of others, infiltration, manipulate, like it's whatever you want to put it under. So that, to me, I was curious, like, these big bad Nen beasts sound great, but some of them have abilities that are literally close to useless if their host was to get bombarded with physical attacks. So I was curious if the Nen beast, all these abilities that they have are great, but some of them are better than others. At the end of the day, could they still be this like raging Nen Pokemon that could still protect, could still attack and defend their prince or themselves? Unless 8th Princess Spirit Beast ends up popping back out here soon, I'm going to take that as a no, that the Spirit Beast are what they are on face value. And some are better suited for certain situations than others. I'm just so mind blown because like the Spirit Beasts have made to be this huge big deal, and one man removed it. That simple. I'm pretty sure he's in league with First Prince Benjamin, right? Can Benjamin not just slowly place this guy somewhere every 48 hours? let him analyze the situation, slowly start plucking Nen Beast after Nen Beast after Nen Beast off the princes. Huh. And then this guy's got some, I guess, instant one-shot kill ability that he can do from a distance to make it not seem like it's him. I think it has to be within like 20 meters. He's got to attach, I don't know if his like police wire device, if it's just used to recon information or can it be used to like strike a kill as well. He might have a separate ability. But I'm pretty sure he's in the two that we just saw here at the end. They're part of Benjamin's, Royal Army Protection Security Group. And we know Benjamin is able to kind of dispose his soldiers to protect any of the lower princes just because he has that kind of pull, that kind of clout and power. Like, this seems, from what we just saw, at least with a handful of the Nen Beast, this almost seems too easy to really get rid of some of them because they're not going to have any protection other than the bodyguards that they have. The beasts are going to be like Fugetsu. That beast offers nothing. Just get rid of it. Just go have the guy after 48 hours go start teaming up with Melody. Have him kind of analyze what's going on and then just remove the beast. The beast wasn't offering anything anyway, other than her like disappearing and jumping from side to side. And but some of these people's beasts are going to be just sitting ducks. I would like to see how that ability works with some of the more aggressive Nen beasts that seem to be more kind of attack based, but we haven't really seen any of them that are like, oh, who's that just came in the room? Let me attack, other than T-Dogs. His seems to be a little more predatorial and actually move face to face with people that come around him. All of these other ones seem to like manipulate or place things or do things, but can they even protect themselves? I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. So that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, because it's made to look that easy on paper. Just keep rotating this one dude from prince to prince to prince and let him slowly start getting rid of the Nen Beast. I'm pretty sure it's something along the lines of he has to analyze the situation and somebody's ability for himself, and then once he gets it, he can remove them or remove the Nen. Does he have to have it 100% specific down to the finest detail to be able to remove it? Because some people's abilities are really complex. So I don't know if he just has to have the general idea of an ability, or he's got to have every detail about it down. Because there could be conditions on things. Well, maybe conditions. He doesn't have to go that deep. He just needs to know the general idea. I'd have to go back a couple chapters and remember what his specific ability is for that predator thing. But that's pretty dope to see. I mean, if it's going to be that easy, and we know the story is never that easy. But I could see it being that easy if that plan was implemented of him just, we remove one, call him back for 2 days, send him back out, let him remove another one, call him back. Yeah, if it's that easy to remove, and I mean, it's wild what he'd be able to do to other people. He's got to be able to just turn people into gone anytime he wants to if he can figure out what he needs to figure out. That's crazy. But we will leave that there, though. Patreon members, you guys will see this on Monday, the 30th. And then YouTube, we will do Friday as always. I think by the time YouTube, when you guys see this, Attack on Titan's coming out in Japan on the 7th or 5th, something like that. But I haven't seen confirmation on when there's going to be like subtitles or when it's going to be added to like websites or Crunchyroll or anything like that. So if you guys find out any information or news, let me know. I'm sure some of you in the Patreon will definitely DM me links if anything comes out with viable subtitles. But yeah, we'll go from there. I appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. Enjoy your weekend whenever you're seeing this. As always,